Okay, hello, Airborne Journey. Well, looks like we're taking out the radiator and changing it on the 2010 GMC Sierra Z60. Let's just hope everything goes good. AutoZone wanted $350 some for one, and I got it online at auto something online for delivered for $98. And this is a 34-inch core, and it's got the transmission cooler and oil cooler plugs, so it's not the standard radiator, but it's like 60 degrees today here in sunny Nebraska. But we're gonna attempt to get this thing done. I haven't drained it yet, but right now I'm just taking off the 8 clips that hold on this plastic front piece, top piece. That'll work out just fine. So here we have the 34-inch. Now I don't have to mess with the AC condenser up front. I don't have any issues with that. The only thing that has the issues is the coolant. It cracks over here where the aluminum meets the plastic sides of the radiator, and I guess over time those things swell or something. It could probably be fixed, but for $98 for a new radiator, you can't beat that. So I will get back with you once I get this thing drained. Okay, now I'm going to take off the fan. It's just the 1/2 inch or a 13, whichever one you have. And there's one on each side, so I don't care what people think about Temu, but I have found that these things, Temu products, are so cheap but yet they work pretty good. I mean, we're seeing that you can really do a lot with them. So that's what I have on here now is the transmission hard lines on this side that are inside of a clip that I gotta pop off. but I might as well go ahead and pop the little retaining spring that's in there to get the lines off, and the same thing for the oil ones on this side. So I'm gonna finish letting the coolant drain, and we'll get back to you. Well, airborne journey, finally got the fan off, but it cost me splicing a wire, but that's okay. I got the solder and the heat shrink to get it back on. But what had happened, this here plug that goes here broke, so it was hanging on by one little thing, and I couldn't get that sucker off of there, but I did. So the fan is off, and the one side of the transmission lines are off here. Let me see if I can show you guys down in here the transmission lines. So I got this one last bolt here to take off for the the radiator, and I still have the line, the bottom radiator line on here. That clip is kind of like in a funky way, but I still have to get those oil cooler lines off over on the other side. So, okay, I got those other lines off. I got that one lower hose off, and now we are ready. Yeah, that hose, there it is. Yeah, there we go. So this thing was all the way on the side over here, so you couldn't really get a grip on it. But we got her. Now we'll just squeeze her with the pliers and pull her off. And that's all she took, folks. I'm gonna tell you what, if you guys don't have these, they are somewhat of a saver. What they are, they're like those scopes. But I'm gonna tell you what, this one here is really an excellent scope. It's got a light on it. The camera definition is so good that for the $12 or $15 on Temu that I paid for this, believe me, it is well worth it. And it charges the battery with USB the same USB that your Android phones plug into, so I'm good to go with all the cables and everything. Because me, that's all I have is Androids. Except for Gregory, he's got an iPhone, but I never had them iPhones. I don't know. But this here is a 15-year-old Radiator. And what happens, it starts cracking at the ends over here on this plastic. And, oh, well, let me see if I can drain this down and sorry about that, folks. But there we go. Yeah, she gets cracking. On this plastic. I can't really see the cracks, but I know it leaks because when it gets hot and gets pressure on it, it's coming out over there on the wheel well, and you can see it really good. So that is those. Oh, probably you want to pop these things, these rubber grommets off. These are in really good shape. Probably the top ones too. Might have to get a bigger screwdriver to get those top ones off. But the bottom ones you just fold over on one side and push down, and they come right out. Oh, let me see. Well, I don't know. You guys get the gist. I'll get those popped off with the screwdriver or something. So, without any ado, I'm going to get those other wires spliced for the cooling fans and get that back together. And we shall see you later. So, airborne journey, high speed, no drag. Hooah! Well, good morning, afternoon, whatever it is. What I'm going to do here is try tinning those wires that I cut yesterday. I'm going to heat them up a little, lay some solder on them. I already put some flux here on them, but this here says it has a flux core. I don't know. We shall see. I know this is boring, like watching water melt, ice melt. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm sure my welding instructor in the Army wouldn't be happy with my tricks here. But I don't know, can you see that a little better? Now I'm just going to turn it off and get my heat shrink on there. So when I get done, I'll show you the in progress. Airborne journey out. High speed, low drag. Well, good morning, Airborne journey. We're getting ready to drop this radiator in. I put on the bottom rubbery things that go into the bottom, and then the top ones that I had took off the other one. So when we get it set down in there, we'll come back on. This is something that I want to show that most videos doesn't really show. See, now inside here, you see the clips are already there. Now, how that's supposed to work, you just push that tube in there and it's supposed to click. So let's try. Their bottom one. Takes a lot of pressure to push those in. So, but that's what I wanted to show you. That the clips are already in there. If you have to take the clip out, you see right there, you can do that and still have enough room to get the cooler pipe on, and you're good to go. And then don't forget to pull up your plastic things to cover those up. Okay, we are about to put antifreeze in. Everything is hooked back up. I'm going to set you guys back here a little bit. So let me get the fluid in, and then I'll start it up and we'll see if there's any leaks anywhere. Okay, I put almost 3 gallons of coolant in here. I've got it running, trying to bring it up to temperature. I don't know if you can hear, the fans are working. So that was one thing I was worrying about. And I don't have any leaks anywhere. What I'm going to do after it gets up to temperature is check the transmission fluid and also the oil, since it's got to replenish inside that cooler. So I don't know how much was lost during the takeout. I'm sure not much, maybe a pint or something, but your transmission, you always want to make sure that you have plenty of fluid and everything in it, and especially your oil. You want your oil to be full. You know, regular oil changes is good. Some people say 3,000, some people say 5,000. You know, when I was in Europe, I bought a brand new 87 Corolla GTS, and I put 25,000 miles on that car before I ever changed the oil. I was back in the States before I changed the oil on that car, and it lasted 200 plus thousand miles, and my ex wrecked it, so that ended its career, but it was still a good motor and everything. So just remember, take care of your vehicles and they'll take care of you. I like how this motor sounds. It's been a great truck for me, and the motor has been great. I haven't had any issues. My next project, though, is to change out the oil pressure sending unit, because it doesn't read the oil pressure. I'm not worried about it not having oil in it, but I need to change that sensor. They go bad after so many miles. So, Airborne Journey, we'll talk to you later. Out.